The battle towards turn 1 begins right now. We leave the line for the Mexican Grand Prix, and it's a good reaction time for Max Verstappen. He's got the inside line, he's got the momentum, he's surely going to get the lead. And now Lando Norris is going to try and power past Carlos Sainz as well. Verstappen has the inside line and the opportunity. How brave will Carlos Sainz be? An immediate spin into the barriers for the V-carb. Off the road goes Carlos Sainz to maintain the lead, and that will be an immediate intervention. It was hard into the Armco. It was a big moment into the barriers for Yuki Tsunoda. He was the driver involved there, and Carlos Sainz feels the need to give the place back to Max Verstappen, having jumped over the road. But it's Verstappen, then Sainz, then Norris, Leclerc. Hamilton got past Russell.
It is an ambitious attempt from Tsunoda. There was barely any room there, but in the end, it's an unlucky one for Albon and for Tsunoda, who end up in a heap. I don't think there was much Albon could do. Squeezed by Gasly. I don't blame Gasly for that either. Gasly doesn't know that there's a very opportunistic driver on the outside of the driver that's on the outside of him.
That contact between Tsunoda, Albon and Gasly was reviewed by race control. It was noted, no further investigation needed. They called it a racing incident.
Fastest lap for Sainz, who's responded then. He's really close.
Is he going to go for the late braking move? He is! That's the lead for Carlos Sainz, and he leaves turn 2 with the lead. Can he keep it by 3? Max Verstappen trying to apply the power. There will be another DRS zone, which will take the Ferrari further away. First opportunity offered up for Carlos Sainz, and he took it with both hands.
Verstappen's close out of turn 3. Norris is really close behind Max as well. Just so impressed with Sainz's ability on the brakes. Can Norris do the same?
This is brave from Lando Norris, trying to go around the outside. Max Verstappen barges his rival off the road, and the contentious debate of position between the top 2 drivers in the World Championship continues. From Austin to Mexico City, they collide this time. Verstappen throwing it to the inside. They're both off. Extraordinary. Elbows out, brawling between the 2 of them, and Charles Leclerc takes advantage to go up to 2nd position.
Norris is ahead coming into the corner, but Max is good at having the shorter line and releasing the brake at the moment, so they are neck and neck. But let's have a look once again at this part, because now we're on the short burst up towards turn 7. Honestly, that's a bit of a crazy one. To send in a lunge on that corner with no hope of making the exit, it's a hopeless lunge.
It's a 10-second time penalty for Max Verstappen for forcing another driver off the track. Another 10-second time penalty for Max Verstappen for leaving the track and gaining an advantage. Let's see how aggressive the 2 Mercedes go, wheel-to-wheel, defensive shape thrown by Lewis Hamilton. Russell has the speed. Can he claim the place? George Russell sweeps by. Outside line becomes the inside line. Becomes 5th position as the Mercedes went wheel-to-wheel, and Russell gets ahead. Alonso going deep into the pit box and retiring. That is not the way he wanted to celebrate 400 Grand Prix weekends. But Fernando Alonso with an issue. Now, turn 4 is an opportunity for Perez. We're seeing so much overtaking. That was a car's width, but only just. And now into another one of the stadium sections. They've made contact, and Lawson stays ahead. Moment of brinkmanship is the damage for Perez.
What the is this idiot doing? Is he okay?
Turn 4 is turning into a real overtaking opportunity today compared to what we normally see. Lance Stroll now, the Canadian, trying that outside line again. Is he able to sweep by this time to turn the outside line to the inside? Perez doesn't want to give him any room, and once again it's close to contact at the same corner. This is a long, long wait. Someone will be counting to 20, and then the signal will be given to the crew. There it is. And Verstappen serving 2 penalties, one for wheel banging at turn 4, one for going off the track and gaining an advantage at turn number 8. As Piastri tries to take the place from Pierre Gasly, and Pierre Gasly is not interested in battling the McLaren one bit at all. Up to 10th goes Piastri. A reminder though, Colapinto still needs to stop. This is Oscar Piastri going late on the brakes, looking for the move up against Hülkenberg, and he's able to make a tidy pass. Piastri improves up to 8th position, and that is now 9 places up from where he started the Grand Prix. Magnussen on for his best result in Formula One since 2022. He is having the time of his life out there. Oh, big moment off the road. And that's a huge moment of consequence off the road because it opens the door. Lando Norris is through to second place. And Charles Leclerc is lucky that he didn't clatter into the Tech Pro.
The car control on this, though, snaking his way onto the dirt. Norris is through. Leclerc was desperate for the traction because look how close Norris was coming out of here. Bit of wheel spin. How the Ferrari has any wheels left on it.
Look, this is going to be millimetres for Charles Leclerc and clobbering the barrier. He gets on the power, he loses the car. Lando Norris is through to second place. Well, George Russell has hung on lap after lap after lap to fourth position, but is that grip about to loosen? The 7-time world champion and 2-time winner here gets a face full of sparks, goes around the outside and improves to fourth place. The defence ends at turn number 1 and Hamilton's 10 laps of hard work are rewarded. He's now the lead Mercedes in the Grand Prix. Franco Colapinto, Liam Lawson, and contact between the Williams and the New Zealander.
Yeah, that might be debris at turn 12.
I guess he's the same idiot that crashed again.
We'll watch the highlights later.
Yeah, I'm watching it now.
It will be only his 4th win in Formula One. He said pole yesterday was bittersweet because it gave him the feeling that Ferrari might be in a fight for a world championship and he won't be there to use it. That realization ignited a fire today. He knows the road back to the front might be long and windy with Williams, but listen to this. The sight and the sound of this crowd acclaiming their winner. Carlos Sainz comes out of the final corner for the final time. Carlos Sainz wins the Mexico City Grand Prix. A fine way to take a 4th career victory. It will be a 10-point swing in the Drivers' World Championship after Lando Norris finishes in 2nd and Charles Leclerc is setting purple sectors, rapid sectors, to give Ferrari a 3rd place and a bonus point in the Formula One World Championship battle for constructors that looks like it's going to be fought between Ferrari and McLaren all the way to Abu Dhabi. Your podium completed by Charles Leclerc with the fastest lap of the race and the point that goes with it.
Yes, this is masterclass, Carlos. Dominant weekend, un mastino. Good job.
Yes.
Make a good weekend, Carlos.
Thank you. Oh, this feels good. Forza Ferrari. Gracias, Mexico.
Well, sometimes in Formula One, the most complex of sports, it can be about so much. And you just got the feeling that Carlos Sainz was driving with desire. 4 Grand Prix remain, 2 sprint races, and this 2024 season will not relent. Action all the way from lights out to the waving of the checkered flag.